corporate America is looking to aid in the distribution of a vaccine. Eamon Javers has how companies around the country are helping with that process. Eamon.
Yeah, good morning. What we're seeing here is this new relationship developing as this push for the vaccination, 100 million doses in 100 days, takes place by the Biden administration. We're seeing companies now interfacing with their state and local governments, trying to offer help and develop new relationships with those state and federal leaders. Take a look at some of the companies who are getting involved now, starting with Starbucks, which is offering in Washington state to help develop Starbucks vaccination centers. They're calling it a Starbucks with just one product in the state there. They're talking to the governor. The Amazon, just last week, I think a lot of people noticed they had offered the Biden administration help with vaccinations of its own employees, as well as communications and personnel assistance in terms of people on the ground. Google is offering $150 million to promote vaccination education around the country. Honeywell in North Carolina offering logistical help with last mile vaccine distribution. Other companies getting involved as well. I talked to Eric Hoplin this morning. He is the new CEO of the National Association of Wholesaler Distributors, an important lobbying organization and trade association here in Washington, D.C. He wrote a letter to the Biden administration on Friday offering the help of his members, and he told me what he thinks they can do to make a difference.
What will be different is the scale, because immediately we have the trucks, we have the network, we have the technology. And remember, a lot of these vaccines we need to use cold storage. So we have the ability to move this type of sensitive vaccine quickly and thoroughly.
And guys, the wholesalers see an opportunity here under the Biden administration, a little bit different than what we saw under Trump. They say the focus under Trump was much more on distributing the vaccine through FedEx and UPS and some of those direct delivery methods. What Eric is talking about here is a broader effort in terms of the wholesalers to use the entire supply chain. So fascinating new dynamic in the relationship between these companies and the state and federal governments where they work, guys. Back over to you.
Yeah, you just touched on, Eamon, exactly where I was going with my question, which is as we do see President Biden signing these executive orders for a more blanketed federal approach to the pandemic right now, what these public-private partnerships have looked like and how that could, I guess, continue to morph. I mean, I realize government contracting is very big and very broad and spans quite a number of industries, but I got to think that this could potentially represent a whole other silo, especially where all of those tech and logistical partnerships are concerned.
Yeah, because these big companies and these big supply chain management entities, you know, they have the boots on the ground. They have the logistical operations in the states and in the cities already. So the Biden administration can turn to them. And what we'll see as this develops, you know, now we're seeing the press releases, the letters, you know, the announcements of these offers being made. What we'll have to see is how well those can all be knitted together by the Biden administration. It takes an enormous amount of coordination to take all this goodwill and these offers and turn it into something that's useful and practical on the ground in terms of getting to the goal they're trying to achieve.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.